Hi, everyone. It's Mary coming to you with this week's edition of 90 Day Oy Vey with lots of kibbutz and yantas. And for those of you who aren't familiar with the terms, they mean gossip and nosy bodies. So let's go. Happy birthday to Molly's Kelly and to Kara from this season. Kara turns 30. And Lauren knows how to rock her baby bump. You got to give it to her. And one thing about Alexia and Lauren, they make cute babies. Congrats to Lauren again for her third child. 3 under 3 for Lauren. And speaking of baby bumps, Juliana's celebrating her baby bump and friendship. And adorable babies on board. We have Sherlon and Mariana from 90 Day Caribbean and their adorable baby Odin, who was at a Mommy and Me workout class in the park. And this season, Emily and her adorable toddler, Coben. Life as a toddler can be hard and overwhelming. Sometimes you just need to snuggle with your mama. I feel you, Coben, because life as an adult could be hard and overwhelming, and sometimes you just need a hug. So speaking of adorable children, we have Kailani's adorable boys, Oliver and Kennedy, hanging out with mom and grandpa. Speaking of Kailani, I don't know if you guys have heard, but Kailani is a Rihanna Savage Fenty ambassador. And she posted this as her latest lingerie, Rihanna Savage ambassador, post. And I think she looks hot as fuck. And, I say if you got it, flaunt it, girl. And I think that these shots that she's been posting lately are very tasteful. And she's a Rihanna Savage, Fenty ambassador. But I've seen some rumblings on the interwebs from a blogger or two that said that she should be embarrassed for putting herself out there, embarrassed, because she's a mom. And I don't think so. I think those bloggers were more body shaming her without trying to body shame her outright. That's the way I took it, guys, because it's okay for Kailani to model because Kailani's also a Savage Fenty ambassador. So Kailani can model the lingerie. It's okay because she's not a mom, but Kailani can't do it because she's a mom. Doesn't make much sense to me in my brain. If it makes sense to you guys, drop me a comment. But I think it's more of a kind of on a body shaming because a couple of days ago, Pal, who is also a mom, posts this on her Instagram, and I haven't heard a rumble about it. So I don't know, guys, but that's just my opinion. Moving on. Congratulations to Veronica's sister, who graduated from the Accelerated ABSN program at Northwestern Charlotte. Your sister Veronica is very proud of you, and Veronica's looking good as always. So remember Erica, who is in a relationship with Stephanie. We know she took it serious, but Stephanie didn't take it serious. So Erica took a break from social media because Erica has a brain, unlike most, I would say, of the 90 Day universe who need to take a social media break, but continue to go to the keyboard like a moth to the flame. But Erica posts basically that she took a break from social media because it was so hard some days for her to get out of bed to produce content that it felt like a chore. and she just wasn't happy anymore. And she felt like she was on 99% of the time, and she felt fake and it was a chore. So she decided to step away, and she started doing other things to make her happy, which I think a lot of people need to do sometimes. Just step away and do other things that make you happy. So Erica decided that she didn't want to be inauthentic and pretend everything was fine. But she was also embarrassed because her presence on socials is so positive and upbeat, and she didn't want to disappoint her followers. But, the break was exactly what she needed. She went to the gym, she went to therapy, and now she's slowly easing herself back into social media and doing, what makes her happy. Good for you, Erica. Your real fans won't understand, and we are here for you when you decide to come back. So speaking of 90 dayers that need to take a social media break, Jibri. Him and Stephanie are at war over farts. And this war is continuing day after day. I mean, they are warring over who is the king of NFTs, who is the king and queen of fart jars. I mean, come on, guys. This is getting ridiculous. Who gives a shit about fart jars and NFTs in the real world? I mean, Jabri needs to step away from the computer. Then he is picking at Big Perv, Big Ed, making over $100,000 for cameos that he's going to become cameo king. And then he has to pick at Stephanie again. Watch what I do with my music this year and what Miona does with her makeup. At Stefcon and Mateo, don't underestimate us. I think Jabri needs to step away from the screen. Step away from the keyboard. Paige and Jabri, step away from the keyboard. Now, I think Kobe from this season has a good grip on social media. Don't be so anxious to celebrate that you got so many followers when you don't even know more than half of the people following you, especially on social media. Be careful because not all your followers want to see you succeed in life. Remember, Jesus was betrayed by his follower, according to the Bible story, Kobe. Then he posts, your follower is not always your fan. You know something, Kobe? Preach it. I think you have a grip on social media. Speaking of 90 dayers that may need to step away from the keyboard, we have Jennifer and Jesse posting their selfie to prove that they're still together, and Mahogany posting her heavily filtered selfie to announce her cameos. Now, this is news I like to announce. I'm actually happy to announce this news. Kimberly is appearing on Pillow Talk with her son Jamal. And I'm actually happy to announce this because if I had a choice to watch Pillow Talk and to see Angela and Skylar or Kimberly and Jamal, I will choose Kimberly and Jamal 24/7. Screw that. 25 hours a day, 8 days a week over Angela and Skylar. So please give me Kimberly and Jamal any day. Now, on our 90 days, say what? You guys will know that I think Bial is an asshot. I also think he is condescending and Shia is too good for him. So, Shia is having a virtual yoga workshop. And as you can see, she is very flexible. And Bial would like to remind all of Kansas City that you are beautiful. So, Kansas City, Bial wants you to know that you are beautiful. So, it wouldn't be 90 Day Oy Vey without Memphis and Hamza news. So Hamza posts a reel, which basically shows a person pushing a boulder up a hill, and the dream is at the top of the hill. So one would assume that this is Hamza pushing a big ass rock trying to get to his dream. Then he posts in his story, for all of you who don't know the whole story, which is I would say half of the world does know the whole story. Please do not make any assumptions until you know all the facts. Due to circumstances beyond my control, I am not allowed to discuss anything on social media. This is why all this stuff keeps getting leaked. Soon you will all know everything. My respect to all. All I know is Hamza keeps posting pictures of himself in Chicago. You could tell that he is in Chicago, and he keeps posting things like this on social media and things like this, and basically posts that he's missing his daughter. So it's all pieces of the puzzle for all of us to put together. And who knows, people? Who knows? Moving along. So our prayers go out to Jess, Colt's second Brazilian ex. She is going to Brazil to visit her very sick grandmother. So our prayers go out to Jess and her family and to her grandmother. So Jovi decided to hold a question and answer session on his Instagram story. So here we go. There was a story out there about Yara being upset that Jovi gave a homeless person $100. So somebody asked him, is Yara still stuffy with you about giving that guy money? Jovi replies, ha ha, she wasn't thrilled, but she's over it. More mad about what I spent elsewhere, with a bunch of laughing emojis. Then there was another story that he spent $200 on a fish dinner. Did you really get $200 fish dinner? Bunch of laughing emojis. Who said that? It was an accident. So then someone else asks him, do you feel like you were portrayed fairly on the show? Anyone you think wasn't? Yes, what you saw was who I am, the good and the bad. Moving along. Did Yara warm up to New Orleans? She has, honestly. She enjoys spending the day there or something. Would never live there with a child because of safety. Mila's new milestones. She has really started to talk now, which is crazy. She just repeats everything I say. Watch your mouth, Jovi. Are you two ever planning to have more kiddos? The question that keeps on coming. And the answer is when the time is right, and we're not sure when that will be. If y'all knew Mila's personality, you would understand. Does Jovi still do his underwater work? Yes, I do. If you could give Mila one small piece of advice that would stick, what would it be? To see the world, to be kind to everyone she comes across, and to know that she can achieve every dream she has in life. Is Mila more of a mama's girl or a daddy's girl? Mama's girl for sure, but we also have our special moments together. Luckily for me, she always wants to be with Yara for flight. Laughing face. Now, a couple of selfies from 90 Dayers, Caesar with one of his buddies, and Ella hanging out on the ranch. Now, you guys remember Avery and Omar? Say hi to Avery and Omar. You know, I really like this couple, and Avery really respected Omar's culture and did everything that she can to assimilate herself into it. And This is a couple that I really liked. So I was happy to see them pop up on my feed. So hi, Adrian Omar. And a selfie from Rawa. She's really pretty. So closing out this week's edition of 90 Day Oy Bay, I just wanted to say, as Kimberly is standing in front of this beautiful mural, kindness matters, you guys. Just remember that whenever you view content on YouTube, Instagram, whatever platform, before you write a comment, just remember to yourself, kindness matters. If you don't like it, just scroll by. You don't have to write a nasty comment, but if you do decide to comment, just remember, kindness matters. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Please check out my podcast partner's meditation channel, Brianna's Nirvana, where she has a bunch of meditation videos, self hypnosis, sleep stories to help you fall asleep at night if you are a insomniac like me. Check out our 90 Days Say What with Monty's advice on Monday nights at 10 Eastern, 7 p.m. West Coast time. And that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. Have a good night, day, weekend, whenever you're watching me. Bye.